Okay, I'm going to try something a bit new. I'm going to use jump cuts. So 1 minute I'm here, then I could be here, or even here, where it's a bit close. Anyways, got no Kinny, no Joe. This time around we've done it a bit different. We were supposed to do something with flamingo chicks, but we weren't able to do that, so we decided, what can we do that we haven't done before? And I was thinking that we haven't really spoke to our parents around their experiences and their memories of first becoming parents, and then kind of their judgment of us a little bit, and seeing if there's any bits of themselves they see in us. So we asked them 5 questions. So it was my mum, Joe's mum, and then Kinny's mum and dad. So yeah, check it out. Do you know what? I forgot to say, we got merch. www.teespring.com/store/dadcastwtmd. You can get things like, we've got the Dadcast cushion, we've got hoodies, loads of bits on there. Go check it out. Order as soon as you can, just to make sure you get it before Christmas. Yeah, that's me, out. Okay. So, first of all, thank you for doing this on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So yeah, got 5 questions for you, and I just want to get your thoughts on them. So Kinny's doing the same with his mum and dad, and Joe's going to do it with his mum. So I thought I would call you over and ask you a few questions. It's only 5 simple, no trick questions, but it'll be good to see what you think. So thinking back then, do you remember your first thoughts and feelings when you found out you were going to become a parent?
Yes. My first thought was,
keep it clean.
Damn, I'm not going to be able to pay my loan off in time before I give up work.
Okay.
Then, how can I get pregnant so quick when I know people that have tried for over a year? And that was pretty much along those lines.
Okay.
Alright, so do you remember your first thoughts and feelings when you found out you were going to become parents?
Yeah, I had different thoughts and feelings because what I was thinking was I was really happy that I was pregnant again, because I always wanted to have a brother for the older brother, Lisimba. I always wanted, although I didn't know whether I was having a boy or a girl, I've always wanted to have a brother for him. So the fact that I was pregnant, I was happy about it. And plus, because I'm a cultural person and family is important to me, and I always enjoy carrying my children when I'm pregnant. I always enjoy my pregnancy. So I was really excited and happy about it. Really happy about it.
Baba?
Yeah, well, for me, it's many different different feelings. But generally, I was very, very, very happy. I was very happy, and one of my thoughts was that I'm becoming a man.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a very, very joyful feeling, you know.
Do you remember your first thoughts and feelings when you found out you were going to become a parent?
Yes, it was Hannah first, and I was shocked and surprised because I wasn't. We weren't planning to have a child, but I remember quite quickly realising it had brought quite a depth to my life. It just I felt different almost from the start. Yeah. Like it gave me more of a purpose.
Yeah.
And I just accepted it. I felt quite ready to be a mother. Then with you, I was delighted because we'd been trying to get pregnant for about 18 months. And unfortunately, my joy was very short-lived because my husband then told me he was leaving me. Not because I was pregnant, but because he'd been planning to, and I didn't know. So it was quite a struggle after that, but I was deeply thankful that I'd got you in here in the nick of time. But yes, it made a big difference to me in the following years.
So that means I can laugh at Hannah because she wasn't planned and I was.
Every baby is wanted, okay?
What is your fondest memory as a parent?
Oh, fondest memory as a parent.
Doesn't have to be me, man. Obviously, you've got Jade as well.
Yeah, but the first are always going to be more prominent in your mind, aren't they? Because my first memory that'll never leave me is the one looking at you when you were literally hours old and saying, why did I want a girl? Because I swore if I had a boy, I was going to leave it in the hospital because I didn't want one.
Alright. That's new information.
I'm surprised I've never told you that.
No.
What is your fondest memory as a parent?
Well, for me as a parent, really, to me, the fondest moment really is when I was born.
Mm.
That is the fondest moment for me, because that moment, seeing something that you that come from you for the first time, give you a kind of feeling where it's very kind of hard to explain in words.
Mai?
So many fond memories, so many memories. When, as a parent, one of the most important things to me is feeding your child. And I've fed all my children then, so that is just a natural thing. And I enjoy feeding my children, I enjoy that nurturing that you get when they're close to you, and especially you was really sucking a lot. So I always remember that, and you always used to put your hand on my breast when I was breastfeeding. So that was a fun memory. I have a memory of you on riding your first tricycle in the back garden, wearing a little cap because you was small, but you was strong, so you would ride that bike coming down the back garden, and that leather hat that you had on, that will never come out of my mind.
Yeah, there's a time for I man also when we went on a camping trip, and I was there and very tiny, and it's memorable to I man because the circumstances was that it was very rainy.
Mm.
It was very rainy, That was one of my fondest moment with you as a young child.
What's your fondest memory as a parent?
My fondest memory as a parent, funnily enough, is when you both had episodes of illness. You with your stomach when you were little, and being in hospital with you, not being able to do anything, but just being there when you needed me. And sitting up all night with you while you were being sick. And you grew out of that by the time you were about 6 or 7. And then there's something very deep about being with your child when they need you. And then Hannah got ME, and it was the same with her. We didn't have a very close relationship, me and Hannah, but because she was always very independent. But when she was ill, it gave us the opportunity to spend time together, sitting up in my bed, doing things together, sitting up all night, laughing at films.
I remember hearing you.
All Dogs Go to Heaven, etc.
The Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book, yes. Yes, and then you got your football injury and your back injury. And again, it was the same thing. I used to spend hours watching Zelda.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Just being with you. I tried to get your dad to do the same, but he said, "Oh no," and really he missed out because there's something about being with your child when they need you.
Yeah.
Those weren't the only good times, but that was when I felt the deepest.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel I have changed since becoming a parent?
I wouldn't say changed. I would say you've grown into it, because you've always been pretty sensible as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So when you became a dad, you just transferred that sensibility over. Because even when you're in a situation where you are panicking like mad, you're like the swan on the lake. The panic's going on down the bottom, and all you see is Jason just gliding through life. So, yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel I have changed after becoming a parent?
Well, you've always been a committed person, very organized and very focused on what you are doing. So when you became a parent, I can just see all that manifest in you as a man now, as a father. And I always knew that you would be committed, because everything you do, whether it's studying, whether it's going to school, whether it's social, you were always committed and focused on what you were doing. So now that you become a parent, I can see that you've put those things into practice, and I can see also that you're also bringing the children up in some of the ways that I have taught you. So those things are very important to me, and I really treasure the fact that, you are so committed to the children, and you're teaching them, which is very good, because it's important that parents are able to set examples for the children, and I could see you doing that.
Yeah, I can see the changes, but as I might say, if our family was small, he was always very organized and focus on what you want to do. And now that you have children of your own and you become a man, yeah, I can see certain reflection of what when your mom has taught you, fulfilling now in the way you're bringing up your children.
So,
how do you feel that I've changed since becoming a parent?
Yes, you were 19, is that right?
I was 20.
So you were 20
when I
when-
found out I was going to be a dad. And
Oh, you were 20.
Maisie came just after I turned 21.
Yes. I think it centred you. It kind of calmed you, well, not calmed you down, but you suddenly grew up. You had to, and you did. I could tell straight off you were going to be a hands-on dad. It was pretty obvious. So, yeah.
What about Hannah? How do you feel Hannah's changed after becoming a parent?
Hannah? I don't know. I didn't really think about either of you as parents before you became parents. Well, she's very capable. She's always been. I always knew she'd be very capable, whatever she did.
Yeah.
And I think you've both been excellent.
So would you say then that I have turned into the type of father you expected me to be? So if you think back to, so for a bit of context, I had Jess, my eldest, when I was 20.
Yeah.
That's quite young. Quite a lot of people would say that's quite young. You had me at 24.
Yes.
So bit of difference, but not massive. When you look at me as, say, the teenager 5 years before,
I would say there was no way you were ready to be a dad.
Mm-hmm.
But when you had Jess, you literally just stepped up.
okay.
It was find the right words, the natural progression of life. You went to school, you left school, you got a job, you had fun with your friends, and you just got to the point where, I'm dad now. Yeah.
would you say that I've turned into the type of father you expected me to be?
Yes, I would say that. Yes, because one of the most important things for any father or any parent is to be responsible. and committed to the welfare of their children. That is the most important thing when you have a child, because when you become a father or a mother, your life in certain way is put on a hold, and your commitment is to your children. So I've seen that, and I've seen that in you. Your commitment to the children is very good and make me pleased and happy.
You want to say that?
Because fatherhood is more than just having children. And to me, you have really shown that it's not just commitment, it's being there, it's teaching them, it's reflecting your own thoughts around being a parent. It's also the fact that you have looked on or thought of your own self as a role model, and those things are important. And and not only that, because I can see from the children, from our grandchildren, that these things are being instilled in them, and I can see and also the fact that Sherelle, their mother, has really can put her trust in you and depend on you, and these things are important.
Would you say I've turned into the type of father that you expected me to be?
Looking back, yes. I mean, when you're a teenager, it's hard to see the qualities that you might have when you come to your senses. But yes, I think you've turned out. Well, you far exceeded my expectations. You're very hands-on. Yeah.
Okay, and last question. Is there anything you've seen me do as a parent that reminds you of yourself?
I absolutely love the fact that you did the countdown.
Give a bit of context on the countdown.
The countdown, the child is misbehaving, not listening, what have you. Numbers make you concentrate. So in my parenting, if I asked you to do something and you didn't do it, or you did it wrong, in order to get you to focus, I would go 5, 4 and do the countdown.
Yeah.
And then that progressed into, if you were misbehaving, 5 meant you knew, right, this is serious now. She's counting down, I better move, or I better stop, or what have you. The day when I seen you do that to your kids, I thought, I did something right. Any parenting skills that you've used, that I've used, it's selfish really, but it makes me feel proud of me.
Okay.
Yes.
Last question. Is there anything you have seen me do as a parent that reminds you of yourself? Both of you.
Discipline. Disciplining your children.
Okay.
Your own self-discipline, which is very important, but disciplining the children, so that they know what is right from what is wrong, when things are dangerous, giving them boundaries, but also, being loving towards them, and for them to understand that there's a reason for discipline, it's because you want the best from them, and hopefully that is, I'm thinking that's how you felt when now you're a man and you reflect on the discipline that you had from us is because of these very same reasons. So.
Yeah, I would say on that point, yes, the discipline and the way we approach certain things, yes. I can see that in your makeup at the moment, your way that you deal with the children and things like that. Yeah, there is
resemblance.
There's some resemblance.
I think one thing for sure is I say you understand a lot, which I get from you. I say at the end of everything, especially when it comes to discipline, I would say, "Do you understand? Do you understand?" I think I definitely get that. Yeah. Is there anything else?
I was thinking of something just now, but it's the fact that you give them a wide range of experience. You take them to different places so that they can experience different environments, socially. The children are very outgoing, and I remember for myself that's one of the things I always said is that I would make sure to take take you and the rest of the family to different places so that you can experience, whether it's the beach, whether it's the countryside. I think these things are really important, and I think it gives you a wide experience of life, a good start in life, because some children don't have the opportunity to go to different places, and and you should always try your best. Sometimes it's not, some parents can't afford it, but it could be just to the park or just to the local farm or just down to the docks or somewhere. But it's, and the other thing as well, out of school activities was very important when you were growing up. Yeah. And I could see you doing that exactly the same with your children. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And is there anything that you've seen me do as a parent that reminds you of yourself?
Well, when I was bringing you both up, I tried to instill good morals in you, not to be judgmental, to be responsible, to care. And I think, because that's what I tried to be, didn't always succeed, I've tried to be that. So I suppose, yes, in that way you are mirroring what I wanted you to be, both of you.
So it's safe to say that the way that you were as a parent has impacted on us as parents.
Yes, I think you've done a lot better job than me. You've put it. How can I put it? You've given me an example of what I was trying to teach you. So you're an example of what I've. Yes, you've followed what I did, what I wanted you to.
So you succeeded.
Yes, in a way. Yes, but you do it subconsciously when you're,
Of course. Cool. That sounds good. Is there anything else in particular? Any other memories from?
So yeah, there you go. That's kind of like how our parents feel. It'd be interesting for any parents out there. Ask your parents the same questions and see what they say, because I'm 30 and there's stories there that I hadn't heard before from my mum, and I think the same is there for Joe and for Kinny. So that's been really good. The YouTube channel's still going. We're still trying to post the monthly videos. This time was a little bit different. There was a bit of delay because we had to try and get footage. If you want to get your weekly dose of us mixed with a bit of conversation and music too, we now have a radio show. It's on BCFM 93.2 FM if you're in Bristol, or you can get it on bcfmradio.com. And if you miss a show, bcfmradio.com/Dadcast. So yeah, we're on every day at 10. Hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. And just remember to like, comment, subscribe. Every subscriber that we get means that our voice is getting out there more, which is better than that good message. And we'll be back with our December episode. We're trying to figure something Christmassy to do. We don't want to necessarily repeat the joke thing, but Kinny is champ and we need to challenge that title at some point. So yeah, that's it. Well, I say until next month. See you in a couple of weeks. Peace. And those are the 5 questions. Thank you, Mum.
You're welcome. Lovely cup of tea, Sam.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, was it?
It wasn't. I didn't even realise there was 5 questions in there, actually. Like having a little old conversation. I'm surprised you didn't know about the, I call it the plastic box thing. Because I literally looked and it was like, I don't want a girl. The thought of having a boy, Jason, it was like, no, I want a little girl that I could put in pretty little dresses. I'll have something in common with a little girl. I don't know anything about boys. And it was, well, Ron, what if you have a boy? I'm just walking out and leaving it. I'm not taking it home with me. No, I was actually not a very mature 24. I was adamant that that's what I was going to do. It was really, really bad.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, like I say, I did. That was, I suppose it's that bonding thing that they talk about. Because I remember saying to Darren, yeah, we will have a child. Even though, because I only wanted one, I didn't want any more. I said, we will have a child because I think it's unfair to stop you from having that rush of love, bonding, whatever you want to call it. It's indescribable.
Yeah.
So it was snowing, because he said to me, he went, I have had that feeling. So I'm like, what are you on about? And he said, when it was snowing, when I took Jason out in the car park. And he said, yeah, because it was snowing. He wanted to go play in the snow because he's a big kid. So we got you all wrapped up, put you in the buggy, took you downstairs. He's in the car park doing donuts with you. So he's pushing the buggy, running and catching you, right? So he's doing this, you're loving it. And he said that moment when he pushed you, ran in front of the buggy, and as you were coming towards him, he went like that, you went like that, and he said it was just this rush of love. And it's like, oh, I love you, boy, who knows? And I thought, oh, I can't argue with that. And that's without any DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no DNA. So I take it back, you can get that bond even without DNA. Yeah. Yeah, I told you all these stories.
I'm going to use that at the end. That'll be like the ad lib at the end.
You naughty boy.